Now, it's coming into warmer weather, of course, in the festive season. Oh, my goodness. So our gadget girl and editor of nzgirl.co.nz has profiled some of the latest technological innovations, some to help you increase your sex appeal. Twyford joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Pippa.
Yes, some of them, definitely.
Yes.
Technological. Others, we'll get to those. Let's start with Cloud9 The O, which is heated rollers with a difference.
Yeah, so traditionally, you know, your heated rollers, you'd have to put them on about 15 or 30 minutes in advance, and they weren't Velcro at all. So the Cloud9, who've sort of redone the straightening iron, have also redone these.
I should point out we've got Louise here, who's our model, and Emma's just removing the rollers, which have been in for how long?
About 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, what is different about these?
The speed, I mean, the fact that they're soft rollers, so they're Velcro rollers, and the speed at which they heat up. So you just pop them into the little O here, and they take 4 seconds, beep, and they're heated up.
Let's just have a look at this. Let me just hold this contraption up. I have to say, this does look kind of more expensive than the little travel set of heated rollers I have.
But look at the results.
Well, I must say, your hair does look beautiful. How do you find it? It gives you quite a fullness.
Yeah, really great sort of the volume and stuff that you might... And if you brush it through, it gives you kind of that blow-dry look that would be really hard to achieve at home.
And now we're not all trying to get that sort of uber straight look.
No, that straight iron look is definitely on the way out. And even those really kind of precious curls are on their way out. It's all about the kind of volume
just softness,
and
it's entirely natural. Like you said, I just woke up and just washed it, and it just ended up looking like this. The thing I quite like about this, having used heated rollers, is that sometimes the little sticky things you've got to put in your hair, or the clips, they're really heavy. Whereas these, I assume, are just like you said, just like Velcro rollers.
Variety of sizes as well, so you can get the different levels of curls, whether you just want the volume or you want the tighter unit, and so quick and easy.
Now you can only obviously heat one roller at a time.
Well, because it's so quick, I mean 4 seconds.
Right.
That's all you need.
Good point. How much?
$3.80 for the unit, and then you buy the curlers, depending on what size you want, in sets of 4 for $40.
Okay, this is not cheap, but I'm assuming if this is something that you use a lot, you're probably going to find it's worthwhile.
Yeah, I think it's the same as when you're investing in the likes of the GHD or the Cloud9 iron, that you're getting what you pay for, really.
Okay, great. So
I think this is going to go nuts this Christmas.
You think this is it?
This is the new put on your wish list.
Product. Yeah. Okay. I do quite like it, and certainly let's have a look. We're just seeing Louise's here now. We're certainly getting a lot of fullness. I'll let Emma finish that off, and we'll come back to you, Louise, at the end of the program. Right now, these look like just normal bras to me, but
these are the Pleasure State bras that Bend-On are distributing at farmers and Bend-On stores, and they kind of echo the trend like we've seen with the Levi's Curve ID jeans, where it's not just about buying a bra or buying a pair of jeans, but it's buying things that are custom built.
Okay, and how are these custom built?
These have got different levels of push-up. So this is an A cup, which has got quite a lot of padding in there to kind of give you a bit more.
Versus the D cup, which has
just a little bit underneath. So you've just got a little bit to push. So it's really working with what you've got, because if you've got a lot, you don't necessarily need a lot of push.
It might just be a case of positioning.
Yeah, so it's about making the most of what you've got, really.
Right, and this is just the corset version.
They come in a range of different styles and stuff. So it's from strapless to corset to balconette.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And they work. It's clever enough. Speaking of underwear, let's move on to the...
From padded bras to padded underwear.
I just don't get this. I just don't get this. But I'm not the kind of person who's ever been looking to add weight to that part of my anatomy.
Do you know what? Showing this off yesterday to various women, and they all started with that sentiment, and then they sort of came around to the fact that maybe, could they also maybe have that pair? I'm wearing a pair at the moment, and it's quite comfortable.
Are you going to stand up for us then?
No.
T, where's your commitment here? I'll even move the table out for you a little bit. Actually. Okay.
Ooh, you're going to lose a microphone. So it just gives you that little bit of extra.
Little profile for us. Cute little tush.
Yeah, there we go.
Mind you, you've always had a cute little tush.
But it just gives you a little bit of extra up the top.
So
I mean, I don't think I will permanently be using these, but there's a lot of girls, I think, who might have, if you want a bit of curve in your jeans.
Okay, and there are people who want a little bit of curve, or maybe, as you say, want to add the curve to a different part of their...
Yeah. So, I mean, we were talking about it, though. I mean, if you got home and you're wearing, the Pleasure State bra and the booty pop, it's all a bit deceptive, isn't it?
Now, this thing here, Greg tells me this looks like something that you would buy in an adult shop.
It does.
Greg tells me
Various
that. I wouldn't know.
connotations about it.
But it's actually for... plumping up your lips.
So we're all about volume today, really, aren't we? From the hair to the body, and this is the Luscious Lips kit.
So this basically goes on the lip, and then
so you're clamping it on to get a suction, and then you're pulling.
Show us how this is used and tell it is
I think you could demonstrate it, Clyde.
No. My lips are perfectly fine, thanks.
Okay, let's ask the question then. Does this work?
So you're supposed to use it for 2 weeks and then really get into the intermediate program of getting the plumping. So I've only been using it for a couple of days, but when you do get the suction. It's sucking basically everything into your lips, and they tingle. So I guess it's the same as those plumping glosses. If you really wanted the, Angelina Jolie lips,
you have to be careful you don't get bruises from this.
Yes,
apparently.
it does warn you. The first 2 weeks you only want to use it for 10 seconds a day.
How much do you pay for this?
This will cost you $60 US, so
Right.
much cheaper than a lip job.
This is true. This is true. T, what do I say? Let's just go back to Louise quickly before we end, and you can see that's just having basically taken the rollers out. That's no backcombing or anything like that, is it?
No, that's
so,
just all of
wow,
them.
they do work.
So Emma is here from Seville's, and she's just been doing an amazing job on us, but she assures us, and I've got friends that have got the O who are able to recreate the look at home as well.
Wow, so there's a lot of body in there. Looks gorgeous. Well, thank you all. I'm going with the O as my pick of the gadgets for the week. Thank you, T. Twyford.
Thanks, Pippa.
So the irony there is you go to the gym and you slim down, then you get things to make your hair big, your lips big and your bum big. I'm just never going to follow this, I'm afraid.
No, it's about slimming certain areas. Unfortunately, when you slim certain areas, other areas slim at the same time.
Those are always the area to go, aren't they? First.
Yeah, so unfair, isn't it? Yeah. All the details of the gadgets can be found at nzgirl.co.nz.